something deeper. If I find him, I'ma keep him.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Everyone that has been turning on their bell button, subscribing, commenting, I appreciate all of you guys and your support. Important thing is that I will start posting every Wednesdays of each week, so let's keep this consistent. It'll be a lot more easier for you guys to follow through. And so today I am doing this makeup look. If you guys would like to see how I got this makeup look, go ahead and continue watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Press that bell button if you want to know whenever I upload another video. And guys, let me know, what do you guys think about this look? Is it hard? Is it easy? I use a lot of drugstore cosmetics, so I hope it makes it easier and affordable for you guys to follow along. And yes, let's just get right into this video. So we're going to start by applying translucent powder before we apply our primer. And this will help with your foundation. It will allow it to stay on longer. And just to make sure that it stays in its place. And then I'm just going to apply translucent powder, just very small amounts all over my face. Now we're going to go in with our e.l.f. Poreless Primer. This primer, we're going to apply it on our T-zone and the chin. I specifically apply it in this area just because it's where I have the biggest pores. Afterwards, we're going to go in with the NYX Pore Fill Primer and just apply it in the same areas as the e.l.f. primer. So now we're going to use the Maybelline Fit Foundation. This foundation, you can find it at any drugstore, Walgreens, CVS, and including Walmart. So we're just going to apply this all over our face. And then we're just going to get the Fix Plus and spray it all over our beauty blender. This is going to let our foundation settle and last longer. And then we're just gonna continue blending the foundation all over our face, including our eyelids. Now we're going to go in with the Age Rewind Concealer. This concealer, you can also find it in any drugstore and Walmart including. We're going to apply this on our eyelids, our T-zone, under our eyes, and our chin. And just blend it out with the Beauty Blender. If you guys can guess what song I'm jamming to, comment down below. Now we're just going to go in and bake our under eyes. Baking under our eyes are just going to help us make sure that the fallout from the eyeshadow don't get in our foundation. So the translucent powder will make sure that we can just dust it off. And now I'm just lightly patting the translucent powder all over my face. And now we're just gonna bake our crease lines. I get crease lines around my mouth. Now we're gonna use the Heyllie eyeshadow palette. We're using the lightest shade and applying it as a base for our eyeshadow. Now we're going in with the Juvia's palette and we're using the shade Jamila. It's this light orangish shade. And we're just going to buff it all over our eyes. As you guys can tell, I apply it specifically on the crease and then just buff it upwards towards my eyebrow. And we're just going to continue the same step for the other eye. So now what I'm trying to indicate with this hand motion is that we're just going to repeat this step again. Except we're just going to pick up a little bit more of that same shade and just buff it all out and repeat it with the other eye. Now we're going to go in with that same eyeshadow palette and pick up the shade Sokoto. We're going to apply this directly on the lid and we're just going to buff it out towards the crease. Notice that we're using windshield motions and circular motions to help us achieve this. Now we're going to pick up the J32 brush and just blend those two colors together. We're going to pick up a different Juvia's eyeshadow palette and we're going to use the shadow Canary Yellow, and this eyeshadow will help us blend those other two colors together. Notice that we're just going to keep blending it and we're just lightly dabbing it between our crease and our eyebrow. Now we're going to pick up the HD Studio Concealer. This concealer is going to help us carve out our lid and will just help us define the other color that we'll be using. Now we're just going to repeat this step with the other eye. We're going to pick up a smaller brush and just blend out the concealer. We're going to pick up the Revolution Pro eyeshadow palette and use the shade Intervention using the JH41 brush. And we're just going to apply it on our lid. And just notice that we're going to leave a gap between our eyeshadow that we're just applying and the concealer. This is where that shimmery shade will be applied. Now we're going to pick up the JH43 brush and we're going to spray it with Fix Plus. This will just help us define the shimmery shade, and we're going to pick up the shade Dominate and apply this in that gap that we had left earlier. And of course, you can always go back and continue adjusting it just to make sure they're even. Now we're going to pick up the shade Intervention and just reapply it on the lid. Now we're gonna use the JH40 brush and pick up the shade Lust. This shade will go on our outer corner of our eye. Notice that I'm just gonna apply a light amount of this eyeshadow. And then we're gonna pick up the JH32 brush and blend it out. And then we're just gonna repeat this step with the other eye. Just remember that you can start with a small amount of eyeshadow and then go back and reapply more, as you will see coming up. Now we're just reapplying that same shade Lust, and then we're gonna go back in and just blend it out. Now we're just gonna dust off all our translucent powder under our eyes and our crease lines. Now we're gonna pick up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and we're using the shade Cinnamon. Now we're just gonna contour our nose, because as you guys can tell, I got the fattest nose in this world. And then we're gonna just contour under our lip. Now we're using the Laura Mercier bronzing palette. I'm gonna pick up the bronzer in that palette and just with that same brush blend the contour and the bronzer together. Now, as you guys notice, I'm going to pick up the Age Rewind concealer we used earlier and just carve out my cheekbones and just highlight our nose with that same concealer and just blend it all out. Now, if you notice, I'm going to end up blending the concealer and the contouring together just because I don't want there to be a defined line between the two. And then baking again. And now with the excess translucent powder left on that beauty blender, I'm just gonna go back and reapply it on my nose, on my crease. Now we're just gonna blend out our nose. We're gonna go back with that same Laura Mercier palette and we're gonna pick up the blush. I'm applying it with my fingers just so it can apply smoothly on the skin, and then we're just gonna go back with that same brush and blend it all out. Now we're picking up the JH30 brush, and we're going to use the highlighter in that Laura Mercier palette. And we're just going to reapply it with our finger and then just blend it out on our cheekbones. Now we're just going to highlight the tip of our nose and the bridge of our nose just to define our contouring of our nose. Now we're going to highlight our Cupid's bow, and then we're just going to dust off all the translucent powder we had applied earlier. Now we're going to pick up the JH43 brush and then use the shade Lust and apply it under our bottom lash line. This will just help us give an illusion of bigger eyes. And then we're going to go back in the Revolution Pro palette and pick up the Unruly shadow with the JH40 brush. We're just going to use this to help us blend out the Lust shade that we had used earlier. And then now we're going to pick up our Chanel mascara and apply it lightly on our lashes. This will just help us cover up the eyeshadow that had fallen on our lashes so it doesn't come out when we apply our falsies. And now we're just going to apply mascara on our lower lashes. Now we're going to pick up the lip liner SPL 836 in the shade Bloom and put it in our waterline. Now we're going to go back and pick up that same Chanel mascara and apply it on our lower lashes. If you guys get some of the mascara on under your eye, you could just go ahead and blend it out with the shadow you have underneath. Now we're going to pick up the NYX lip liner in the shade Auburn. It's the SPL 801. And we're just going to outline our lips. You can always overline them if you want a bigger illusion of bigger lips. Then we're going to pick up the NYX matte lipstick in the shade Brunch Me. And we're just going to apply it on the base of our lips. And then just smooth it out. Now we're going to pick up some falsies. If you notice, I'm cutting them just because they are bigger than my actual eye. And then we're just going to apply them. Also, don't mind, I'm not a professional at lashes. So clearly you guys can see me struggling, but we got this. And now we're just going to repeat the same steps with the other eye. And now we're going to go back with that Chanel mascara just to help us stick our lashes and the falsies together. And then we're going to pick up any black eye pencil and then just apply it on the upper waterline. And then we're going to pick up the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Ebony. And we're just going to fill in our eyebrows. And now if you guys have a spoolie, you guys can go ahead and brush them out. And we've come to the end, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. So guys, we have finished the final look. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this makeup look. If you guys would like me to continue doing more makeup looks, please let me know. I tend to do a lot of colorful makeup looks and also some bold makeup looks. If you guys would like to see that, don't be afraid to comment down below and I will for sure do that, guys. I hope all you guys are keeping safe and taking the measures needed to stay safe and healthy. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this to anyone. Let's just do this. So the first person that shares this video on their social media, it could be whether Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, will get a shout out in the next video. So make sure that you comment down below when you're done and also your social media, and I will be checking just to make sure that it is done. So thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Guys, I'm a total catfish. I don't ever wear lashes, so this is me.
Yeah, I want something deeper.